it has literally been long enough that I have not talked about Dave the Diver on the
Thank
program.
God. No, I'm just kidding.
And let me tell you, Dave the Diver is a video game in the pantheon of video games. It is, yeah, Dave the Diver is just like kind of a pleasure to play.
Okay.
Came out of nowhere to me. I'm not sure where I would have known about it. I didn't really have much of. It was just outside of my sphere of PR run. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like they make tongue in cheek jokes about how many mini games they packed into the game. Self-referential in that way, and yeah, it's just kind of a treat. You're the diver, Dave. There's these. Oh no, you know what? I did talk about Dave the Diver once. I just remembered. We were playing these clips made me realize I had played it for like 2 hours. It was the first week. But yeah, no, it's just really good game. The two main elements are you dive and catch fish, and then you run a sushi restaurant from the fish that you caught. But they just managed to put every little piece in there. Mini games galore, like things that you just have to do to be able to keep going and play the game. Even just the facets of catching a fish are mini games themselves. Even when you have to refill the wasabi because the wasabi runs out because you're making so much sushi, and that's just like a little thing of like you have to flick one of the thumbsticks, right? But like every single facet of the game is like that.
You're Steam Deck in this bad boy, right?
I've done both, but primarily Steam Deck. It runs very, very well on Steam Deck. So Dave the Diver it's just a very good game. Zach, did you left?
He left us.
My Dave the Diver buddy.
Just scared him off. But yeah, he played it as well. I got a review code for it, so I'm excited to jump in too. But continue. Yeah.
It's Zach. We need to cross words on Dave the Diver for a minute.
Yeah.
I just want to know. I just want to talk about it. The two of us, just guys being dudes.
Yeah. So Dave the Diver is okay. Dave the Diver is really, really good. The story I could do without. I think the story ties it down a lot and makes me lose interest.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I almost want it to be more. Not that it has to be compared this way, but more Stardew Valley-ish.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah!
If that makes sense.
Oh wow!
Because it does a lot of things that Stardew Valley does. In that it just like continues to like grow and expand in all of the natural goodness of the game that it brings. But the fact that it's so locked behind not just progression of you playing the game, it's locked behind the progression of you doing this kind of mundane story.
Right.
Which is how I interpret what you mean, Zach.
Yeah, I think the game would be a lot better if it didn't have the secret underwater society story. That, like, there's a point where you get to their village and you have to do a bunch of like quests, like fetch quests, and that's where I stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
I
agree that it was like it was flowing at like a brisk pace up until that point, and then it kind of like they put the brakes on a bit. Because it's also right around the same time. So you upgrade your restaurant in the same way that you upgrade a lot of your other stuff. And that point in the story is also right around, you hit this big brick wall where there's two things required to upgrade your restaurant: likes on social media and the highest taste score of the best dish that you can make. And I went above and beyond the total like social media likes almost twofold. But I still like you're hampered behind story progression because better tasting fish are at a specific depth or whatever, which is tied behind the story progression. And it's just like I want to I don't know. There was some pacing issues that stem back to that. But otherwise, it's like I don't know. It's a lot of fun to play. Like I almost want like an adventure mode where I can just like do anything I want.
I think it's a really good game, but it just has a lot of like fat. No pun intended. There's a lot of systems in there that the game like expects you to engage with, but you don't need to.
Right.
Like it's like there's just a lot of stuff for stuff's sake, and like it's good, but it's like also like I don't really like I haven't needed to upgrade any of my stuff really. Like my suit, I've just kind of left at like level 2 or whatever. Like my gun level 2, whatever. Like. And I've been able to do just fine. Like, there's no like gameplay like encouraging me to pursue other facets of like using your guns. Like, there's like a whole mechanic of like finding guns and like breaking them down to unlock other guns, and like I just don't have to because I'm fine.
Yeah, they almost put like a whole Monster Hunter level gun fabrication system in it, and it's just like. And by the same token, it's like, I don't know. In my opinion, if you're going to put that many systems in, you got to make them flow fast and furious. Because I'm wrangling 6 different systems, and for the upgrade portion, there's like 6 different variations of 3 different guns, and it requires that I have 2 to 3 parts of different fish for each variation. So you're talking about like, 15 to 20 individual fish parts for each variation of the gun. And they just take it takes too long. It takes too long to get them. It's not Monster Hunter. So I'm not like when I'm farming the fish and there's only like 4 great trevally in every dive that I do. It slows it down in the unfun way as opposed to slowing it down in the fun way that sometimes Monster Hunter can do. But that's the negative side. The rest of it is pretty much all positive, where it's a pleasure to play. It looks really good. The soundtrack is very good. And one day when I hit the next valley in my game playing, I'll go back to it and finish it off, because I kind of hit a similar plateau where I got a little bit further in the story than Zach did, but you climb up there and it's just like there's still more stuff that I know that I don't have, and it's just like you took a little too long, but it's fun to play.
That, also the humor is really good. It's incredibly funny.
Writing is very good
game. So
and all of the animated vignettes like hit very, very well. They're all on the nose.
There's some your boss, the samurai chef, African American guy. He takes Instagram pictures, and they're really boomer, like where they're like out of focus. It's like pixel art that they did, which is crazy. Like pixel art of food out of focus, or like it's like a picture like this and his shadow is on the food. Like it's just like some really just like fun details that they've added into the game that I just love.
Sure.
So, yeah.